and thank you for joining Senior Moments. I'm your host, Vicki Peterson. Our guest today is Kendra Humble, and she's going to be speaking to us about reverse mortgage. So get your pens and your paper so you will be ready to take down some information that you, a friend, a neighbor will need. Okay, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Kendra Humble.
Hello, my name is Terrence White, and I'm the Executive Director of Community Action of Greater Indianapolis. Serving the counties of Marion, Hamilton, Hendricks, and Boone, our mission is to empower those we serve to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. We offer a variety of programming, including senior and youth programs, case management, weatherization, financial coaching, and more. Please visit our website for more information or call 317-396-1800.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find at smartaboutmoney.org. Smart About Money is a free online resource. We are a non-commercial, non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get information about money. For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you've been looking for. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart about your finances.
A Senior Moment with Vicki Peterson.
Seniors, let's talk about Alzheimer's and dementia. If you or a loved one have concerns about memory loss, it is very important to be evaluated by a doctor. Early diagnosis allows you and your family time to participate in decisions about your care, living arrangements, financial, and legal matters. For more information, contact Alzheimer's Association National Office. Hello and welcome back. I hope you had time to get that pen and paper. Okay, we're going to be speaking with Kendra Humble about reverse mortgage, and she is coming to us today from Capital Lending Group, a division of Network Funding. Hello, Kendra.
Hi, Vicki.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Well, let's see. I started lending when I was just really young. I've been lending for, it's been over 20 years.
Wow.
And we won't say how many more, but a few more. So I've seen a lot of things in the marketplace and a lot of things that have happened, changes. And one of those that you and I have talked about a lot has been the reverse mortgage and how that's evolved and changed over time from when it first came out. Because as we know, there's a lot of folks that still think very badly of those, and
yes,
when in fact they can be a good thing.
So tell me what it is you like so much about what you do.
I enjoy helping the people. You know me. I enjoy helping people that are, well, first-time home buyers get into their first home. I also enjoy the seniors and being able to help them, especially if they're in a situation that they need the extra funds. So that's always a nice thing.
And that's what the reverse mortgage does.
It does.
Okay, how old do you have to be to get a reverse mortgage?
62.
62.
And
okay,
if you're,
tell us how that works.
If you're married, then the spouse obviously has to be 62 as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
If you have a married couple and the youngest one is 62 and the other one is older, that's fine. If the oldest is 62, then we do have to wait until the other one turns 62.
What if their name is not on the mortgage?
Then we don't have to worry
You don't
about
have
it.
to worry about
Yeah.
it in that case. Okay. What can the funds be used for that they get off of the reverse mortgage?
You know, Vicki, they can essentially use those funds for anything. As you and I have had many conversations, a lot of our seniors don't have the extra money to buy something as simple as their prescriptions. And they're doing without their drugs, or they're cutting them in half and only taking half one day and half the next. Right. We know that's not good. It could be used for food. It could be used for repairs in their homes. Really, they can use it to pay utility bills. They could use it if they want to just give it to their grandchildren or their children. They can do that. There's no limit or really no reason that they can't do something or whatever they want to do with their funds. If they want to use it and go on vacation, they could.
So, okay, tell us how the reverse mortgage actually works.
Well, okay. So obviously, Vicki, the reverse mortgage is where we use the equity that is in their home. They no longer pay a mortgage, but the equity pays them monthly or in a lump sum or a little bit of both. So there's...
Can I stop you there for a minute before this question leaves my head? What if the home is not paid for yet?
It's okay.
Okay.
There just has to be enough equity there that we can pay off the existing mortgage and still have enough equity to be able to provide them with funds, okay?
Okay.
One of the misconceptions, Vicki, that has changed over time has been everybody thinks that the bank is going to take my home when I die. That is not necessarily the case. We don't want to take people's homes. So what we will do is we will give the family a period of time to either sell the home or maybe one of the family members wants to take over on the loan. And when I say take over, they would have to go get a loan and, pay that back. In today's world, we do have people that are outliving the equity.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean that their money or their funds just stop. They don't. There is an education piece. So anyone who does apply for a reverse mortgage, they do have to take a HUD-approved counseling class to really understand exactly everything that is going on within that. And I think that that's a real important thing to add so that they do understand. And like you and I have talked, I counsel with a lot of the children and a lot of the families exactly how they work and encourage the families to talk to us as well.
Yes, because like you said, there is a lot of misconceptions about reverse mortgage. There really is. And so when you say that they come in, they see you, how does, like I'm bringing mom in. Mom wants to do a reverse mortgage because her funds are low. She's already done the class. Now you send her to the class. So she comes in and you start paying her every month?
Vicki, they can choose that option. Once we have the application, obviously there's a formula and a calculation to make sure that the equity is there. Once that is all taken care of and that is approved, then what happens is they can either take a lump sum payment. So in other words, they could take one lump sum and we would give that to them. They could take it on monthly payments and actually have monthly payments coming every month to them, or they could do a combination of that. Okay. Right. They can also review that once a year. So maybe this year maybe they took a little bit of a lump sum and the rest of it they want to take in monthly payments. Maybe something came up within that year. Maybe they had hospitalization and they need to pay that bill or are wanting to pay that bill. Then they could go back and say, okay, the rest of it, I want to change this. So they do have that option. That's another nice thing.
Wow, okay. So when I pass, we'll use a neighbor. The neighbor has passed on who was doing this reverse mortgage. What happens to that property at that time? Then
the estate would have to figure out, is someone going to purchase that home or are they going to sell the home?
So they sell the home. And then they pay you guys back the balance.
Right.
Okay, I think that's where a lot of people get confused at because they don't understand how you're giving me money
And so can you explain that to us a little bit?
It's because we're using the equity that they have in the home, and that equity is what's paying them monthly or in a lump sum or however they're going to have that paid. So in other words, let's say that you have $80,000 of equity in your home, and that $80,000 is what we're going to use to pay to you, and you elect to take a monthly payment, okay? And let's say that you've only taken that money for, I don't know, however long, and then what happens is you pass. Then at that period of time, we're going to look at what that balance is, and the family is going to pay off what that balance is.
Okay, so when I come to you to do the reverse mortgage, you pay off my home. Okay. And, so
And I will say, we have a lot of seniors that don't have a mortgage on their home, and they think that it's a bad thing to not have a mortgage. And again, you and I have talked about this. When you don't have a mortgage on your home, you lose the exemption. There's typically 2 exemptions. There are some others that you can apply for if you qualify. But the mortgage and the homestead exemption are the 2 big ones. So when that mortgage exemption falls off, and like I shared with you, even my own parents, I told them to go get a line of credit, if nothing else. That way they could keep that exemption in place to keep their taxes low, because it keeps their property taxes down.
A lot of people don't understand that. When you tell them go get a loan or a credit card or something,
A line of credit.
a line of credit,
They don't even have to have a balance on the line of credit. It's just the fact of having it open so that there is something sitting out there. Maybe they want to use that line of credit as an emergency fund. They could always do that too.
okay. So when they go to do their taxes, they have something for that.
What they do is they go downtown to the recorder's office and make sure that they have a mortgage exemption in place, because it will help to reduce those property taxes.
Even though they're in this reverse mortgage. Okay, what else would you like to share with us about that?
Well, some of the other things that you and I have talked about is just the fact that, when someone is thinking about this, they need to get all of the information. Part of that information, Vicki, and I still believe to this time that they really want to seek legal counsel. They want to make sure that everything is set up properly. As I've shared with you, several situations that I've had where a family member has come to me, and it's usually a child of a parent, and they say, we need to do a mortgage on the home because mom needs to go into assisted living or in hospice. If a court has deemed that that parent or that individual is not capable, then no bank will do a loan for them, because that is considered elder abuse. We cannot do that. So I advise all of the seniors to go ahead, have everything put in place now. Don't wait. Get your will set up so that it's all very clear.
Well, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more, if you could, Kendra, about how when they should start getting, prepared, how they should get prepared, and how the reverse mortgage really benefits that senior. Okay, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back talking more about reverse mortgage.
A Senior Moment with Vicki Peterson.
Seniors, you probably noticed your appetite and food habits changing as you age. Your daily food choices can make a major impact on your health. Healthier eating habits will make you feel better and makes for a better doctor's visit. Foods like vegetables, fruit, whole grain beans, and breads. You also need 3 servings of low-fat milk, yogurt, or cheese daily for strong bones. Contact your doctor to schedule a visit with a nutritionist. And don't forget your water.
As a teacher, having a foster grandparent in my room, it enables me to have an extra set of hands. It's been fantastic having Grandma Freddie in our room. She works individually with children.
It is the best feeling in the world. In the beginning, Denham was very quiet, very withdrawn. Now he has more confidence in what he's doing. His writing has improved. I'm proud of the work that I'm doing. They impact me as well as me impacting them.
Over 70% of Americans want to spend their final days at home with family and friends.
With hospice care, we can take care of your father at home, right in his bedroom, including visits by a nurse.
I'm so relieved to hear that.
This will make Grandpa really happy. He's comfortable and pain-free.
Visit our website at www.hospicesupportfund.org to connect with your local nonprofit hospice and download our free end-of-life planner.
Welcome back. We're talking with Kenra about reverse mortgage. So we left off with just what is that reverse mortgage. We're still kind of confused with that. So I wanted to go more into that just a little bit so you can get more understanding of why does a reverse mortgage benefit mom?
It benefits them because what we're doing is providing in exchange for the equity in the home, we're paying them a monthly or a lump sum benefit. So what they're doing is they're taking that equity, Vicki, and paying themselves. Now, does that take away the equity out of the home? It does, okay? And that's what you have to remember, is it taking the equity? And it certainly does. Are there other things out there they can do? Sure there are. There certainly are.
With you guys?
Yeah.
Such as?
They could do a rate and term refinance and lower their interest rate if that's what they need to do. Or maybe they need to do a cash out refinance and utilize that equity. And if they wanted to put that money into some sort of growth fund or an annuity or something, along that line and take a monthly payment that way, they could do that.
Okay.
There's also a way that maybe they're in a larger home and they need to downsize.
Right.
They can take that equity out of the larger home and use that equity for the reverse purchase, which then would allow them to go into a home that is smaller and they don't have payments. They don't have the monthly payments going on.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So they own two homes, though?
No, they would sell
They sold that home
yeah.
to get, oh, well.
But maybe it
tell us
hasn't
how that
sold.
work.
Maybe if they have a larger home and they have it for sale, okay, they can use the equity out of that home for the reverse purchase because we know that they're selling that home. So we know we can calculate based off of whether or not they have a mortgage or if they don't have a mortgage, we can calculate how much the percentage is going to be for, let's say, realtor fees and taxes and whatever else they may owe. And then we can use the funds from that for the purchase of the new home.
Okay, other than age, what are some more, what else would they need to qualify to be on the reverse mortgage program?
Well, obviously income and credit is looked at, but it's not a factor. We don't look at that because all we're really basing the loan off of at this point is the equity in the home.
Okay, you lost me. You said it was income and their credit.
Yeah.
But you don't look at that.
We look at it, but it's not the determining factor in the reverse mortgages.
Okay.
That's where it works different than a regular loan.
Yeah, because that lost me. I was kind of like, okay, how is that, So even though they're senior, they're 62 and over, and they're trying to downsize, you're saying they can take the equity from the larger home and use it to purchase the smaller home and never be paying a mortgage?
Correct.
Wow, that's interesting. How does that work?
Because we're utilizing that equity
As
for the
reverse
purchase.
mortgage part. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get a lot of that?
Vicki, I don't see it as often as what we would hope to see it because there's a lot of a lot of people are still very scared or skeptical of it.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because when they first came out, there was a really bad reputation about how the bank would take their home once they passed away. And again, over time that's evolved. The program has changed a lot. Back when it first came out, there was no counseling really of any kind to have them understand exactly what was going to happen with that loan and how it works. And now that there is a HUD-approved class that they take, I think that's more beneficial than anything because it gives them a very clear understanding of how it all works.
And they have to take that class
They do.
before they go any further, like they come into your office and you say, well, first you have to take this class.
When they come into our office, what we do is we take some information, talk to them, provide them with counseling, and then we provide them with the information to go do the HUD counseling class. We don't, we'll provide the information for them to go do that, but we don't provide the class for that.
So if they don't do it,
They can't get the loan
oh, right.
because they will get a certificate saying that they did take that class.
Okay. Do you know what the class consists of?
I'm sure, Vicki, that they talk about all of the different payouts, the way it's calculated, how it shows taking the equity out of the home, and how that equity is passed through to them, and the benefits, again, whether it's a monthly payout or a lump sum. And showing them, making sure that they understand that the equity that they had is going to be reduced. They're no longer going to have that equity because that equity is being paid to them.
Oh, right. That is very interesting, though. And with that myth being out there, I see where it's a struggle. How long has reverse mortgage been around?
Oh, my goodness. A long time.
It has?
Yeah.
Because you just start hearing about it. I did anyway, in the last few years. I just started hearing about reverse mortgage.
I think we started hearing about it more, I'm going to say in the last year or two, because we had, there were a lot of advertisements for AIG on TV, and I think a lot of it came, during that period of time.
Okay.
So, when you have some of the actors that come out and do the ads like that, it draws more attention.
Okay, so what do you think we could do to bring more awareness to reverse mortgage?
Exactly what we're doing right here today and on the radio, and getting the word out. And again, if you're thinking about it or you're not sure about it, come talk to us.
Well, how can they reach you?
They can reach me at 317-625-8443.
Do you have any success stories, like someone that, give us a success story.
I did have a couple that, while in the process, her husband had passed away.
Oh.
And she obviously needed those funds more than ever. So we were able to help her with that, and of course, to help her sustain her way of life without his Social Security, because that money actually replaced his Social Security that she was getting, or at least a portion of it.
Right.
And so that's probably the one that I remember the most.
Sticks out the most to you. So when a senior come in, do you advise the senior to bring a family member? We're not going to even talk about this right now until you come back with a family member, or how does that work?
I do ask them if they would like to bring a family member with them, or one of their children, or all of their children. Again, it's kind of funny. I've had some seniors that say, my kids already have their homes, they don't want my house. I'm going to do it for me. And then I've had others that say, well, I don't know what my kids want. So I tell them, yes, be sure and bring them, because it is something that they have to think about. may or may not agree on, or maybe they need to talk amongst themselves to figure out, okay, if mom does this or if dad does this, then at the end of that time, I want the house or you want the house. Who's going to, are you going to be able to go get a loan and,
Because they have to go get a loan to pay you guys back.
Mm-hmm.
So what if the house was really already paid for, though? And you're just giving them the equity out of it, I thought.
Then they would just pay out the equity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is there any certain area you work all over?
Vicki, we, as far as our branch, we are Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and Georgia.
Okay. All right. So if a parent they lived in Ohio, and I moved my mom here to live with me, you could help her with the home in Ohio.
We could.
Okay, one more time. Give me your number, Kendra, where the show ends.
317-625-8443.
All right. Thank you so much, Kendra. We're going to take a short break, and I hope you wrote these numbers down. I hope you took some information. If you have any questions, you can get back with me, and I will refer you to Kendra so you can get them answered. We'll be right back after the short break.
Hello, my name is Terrence White, and I'm the Executive Director of Community Action of Greater Indianapolis. Serving the counties of Marion, Hamilton, Hendricks, and Boone, our mission is to empower those we serve to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. We offer a variety of programming, including senior and youth programs, case management, weatherization, financial coaching, and more. Please visit our website for more information or call 317-396-1800.
Over 70% of Americans want to spend their final days at home with family and friends.
With hospice care, we can take care of your father at home, right in his bedroom, including visits by a nurse.
I'm so relieved to hear that. This will make Grandpa really happy. He's comfortable and pain-free.
Visit our website at www.hospicesupportfund.org to connect with your local nonprofit hospice and download our free end-of-life planner.
Welcome back. You have been watching Senior Moments with me, Vicki Peterson. I want to thank my guest today, Ms. Kendra, for coming in and explaining to us about reverse mortgage. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and spend time with us here at Senior Moments. And remember, this is the day that the Lord has made. Make up your mind that you will rejoice and be glad in it. See you next week.